So you want to go to Bible college. Today, we ask the question, how much freedom are you willing to surrender? On this episode of Ancient Egypt and the Bible. How much freedom are you willing to surrender? It may be one of the most important questions that we are going to ask on this channel. This question should loom larger and heavier than it does, because the lack of freedoms imposed by the living conditions at some Bible colleges can be so oppressive that it can break a student's faith. While secular colleges can be libertine, immoral free-for-alls, Bible colleges can also be a straitjacket. Now, this is going to be particularly an issue for students who are single or are pursuing an undergraduate or certificate program. Seminarians, graduate students, and married couples are going to be less affected by what we are about to discuss. Many Bible colleges require that their undergrads live on campus in dormitories. These dormitories can be very restrictive, and these restrictions can include the clothing you wear. Some schools mandate that men have to wear collared shirts and women wear dresses. The style and length of your hair. Short hair only for men and no facial hair. An early curfew. Be back in your dorm by 8 p.m. or else. What TV shows you can watch or radio stations you can listen to. How does a 3-channel selection between TBM, the Family Channel, and reruns of the chapel service sound? What games you can play. None of that pagan Skyrim, Fallout, or D&D, and forget card games like Uno. They will filter your internet. Forget looking up chicken breast recipes. No alcohol on or off the campus, or the appearance thereof. So, no Martinelli's carbonated apple juice. No dancing. Forget liturgical dance or that carnal 18th century French country dance. And how you eat. And this is a financially motivated restriction because there's a vested interest in the college feeding you as cheaply as possible. How does oatmeal and Salisbury steak for 4 years sound to you? Now, generally speaking, smaller Bible colleges are more restrictive than larger ecumenical institutions. However, there are some notable exceptions. For example, Moody Bible Institute has a reputation for being very restrictive with its undergraduate students. And many young adults go to Bible college and are hit with culture shock when they realize that they had more freedoms living with mom and dad. And the truth is that many students will become resentful at the loss of their freedoms, especially with long programs like the Bachelor's of Arts, which can be up to 4 years. This can make Bible college sometimes seem more like jail than what it should be, which is a place to grow and mature in the faith. Now, there is a flip side to this. There's a positive aspect to this as well, and we shouldn't just focus on the negative here. We should also point out the positive. And the flip side is that Bible colleges do provide a structured, regimented environment where some students will definitely thrive. For example, The temptation of drugs and alcohol will generally be absent. This environment can also provide an element of safety. And I'm not just talking about spiritual safety, but physical safety. Secular college campuses can be dangerous places. Assaults, muggings, and rape are all too common on college campuses these days. Bible colleges, which have plenty of supervision, have a lower incidence of violent crime. This is not to say that it cannot happen at a Bible college, but statistically, the chances of it happening are lower. So, if you are an undergrad who wants to spend time at a Bible college, you need to take a personal inventory and be honest with yourself. What freedoms am I willing to give up? How important is personal safety to me? These are things that we should all ask ourselves when we go to a college. And this isn't just applied to Bible colleges, but it applies to any college or, say, even an employer. When you go to an employer, you give up certain freedoms to be employed. You can't go on a job and just say anything you want because you're representing the company. Every life choice has its trade-offs. It's good things and it's bad things. It's things you give up and things you get in return. And Bible college is no different. You give up some freedoms. You get an education. You might even get some safety while you get that education that you might not get at a secular institution. You have to weigh the trade-offs. So, in the end, what I recommend that you do is that before you go to a Bible college, first, find out how they expect you to live. If possible, go to the Bible college. Visit the campus. Most colleges allow this. Allow prospective students to visit the campus, see the dormitories, sit in on class. It's a good thing to do anyway, just to see if the institution is a good fit for you. And that is one of the things that everybody should try to find out when they go to a college, is find out if it's a good fit for you. Find out if the educational style is a good fit for you. Find out if the lifestyle that they're expecting you to live is a good fit for you. Like many things in life, Bible college has advantages and disadvantages. But if you know what to expect, Bible college can be a great experience. Anyway, I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something from this video, and I'll see you next time on Ancient Egypt and the Bible.